laptops and headphones, you got me a tablet.
Did I?
Yeah, we were in, out, and home in time to have breakfast in bed.
You saw all that.
You made omelets.
Omelets.
Have a stress-free Black Friday at Staples. Go to staples.com for deals and coupons good on the hottest tech gifts all week long. Less stress, more savings. Staples.
I can't wait to give you your gift.
Me too. And I don't want to brag, but it's perfect. Like 4 million pixels perfect.
You got me a Samsung Galaxy Tab S? I thought we had a price limit.
It was on sale. I'm sure your gift is great too. It's not like you got me a candle or something.
Me? Nah.
Get $100 off the 10.5-inch Samsung Galaxy Tab S at your local Walmart today. Connected tablets not included. Offer valid November 23rd through December 1st. Other restrictions may apply. See participating stores for details while supplies last.
Today in Florida Ag News from the Southeast AgNet, filling in for Randall Wiseman, I'm Mike D. Weeds are a major issue among growers, especially Palmer pigweed. Jenny Goodman, marketing manager for DuPont, says there are new products to protect your crops against weeds.
We're focused on a layered residual program. I think what a lot of the farmers and the universities in the areas have really learned from Palmer is that you want to make sure that you never really run out of the chemistry that's capable of fighting the weeds as they're coming up, especially as you have those longer seasons. And so we have several products in that we kind of focus on that are burn down residual products like Lead Off, but then followed by additional products. So we have a new product this year ahead of soybeans, Trivents, which is a 3-mode of action product, focus on difficult weeds like Palmer, and also from that long-term resistance management standpoint, which we know folks in your area is near and dear to their heart because they really were the first ones in the country to experience that and to painfully have to learn from that.
The key and strategy of keeping one step ahead is product management.
Yep, absolutely. And we find that there's a great amount of dialogue that goes on, and every season we learn a little bit more because every season's a little bit different about, amount of rainfall, timing of rainfall, planting timing and stuff. And so we continue to take those learnings and adapt our programs and try to be, one step ahead of the weeds to make sure that we're introducing new tools as we need to continue to learn from the past and make sure that we don't make some of the same mistakes.
Will these products help cotton, corn, soybeans, and peanuts?
That's one of the features of Lead Off is rotational flexibility to those crops. So we're actually introducing another product similar called DuPont Euphoria that has some even increased flexibility closer to soybean and cotton planting timing. So as folks look at their program and maybe have those season conditions that mix up on them and don't get their burn down residual down when they want to, we have we're introducing products to help be a backup for those situations.
For Randall Wiseman, I'm Mike D, Southeast AgNet.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala! Ocala, baby, what makes you look so good? Ocala, baby, what makes you look so good? Why don't you love me like I know you could?
All right, 5 minutes after 10 o'clock, it's time for Ocala Magazine Radio. The effervescent Kelly Hart is in the studio to talk about Ocala Magazine, which you can look at online.
Yes.
And I learned something about it. I'll share that with you in just a second. I learned something about the online version.
Oh, yeah.
Which I never knew.
What did you learn?
Well, you can flip pages with that little arrow button.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
We want it to be as fun as if you were reading it in real life.
I know, but
flipping of the pages.
I was using my cursor to pull the corner.
Oh.
And
very.
then
okay.
Well, how do you do it? Do you use the arrow button?
I'm going to tell you that I don't look at it online.
You don't look at it online? Oh, you like the real version?
Well, I look at it all month long. I mean, I look at this stuff for months.
Yeah, you don't have to be.
So the day it comes
just like I don't have to listen to this radio.
Right.
Show.
I mean, think about it. I look at this stuff and read this stuff over and over again.
What about the stuff you have nothing to do with? The things other people wrote?
I have everything to do with those things.
Oh, you have everything to do with everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to look at every single thing that comes through here. I mean, we put all of our eyes on this stuff. We get the salespeople. I mean, when it comes deadline time, we've got people proofing and all eyes are on everything because you never know. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here. There's a lot of room for error. And so we try to look at everything. I mean, it might be something as simple as a spacing, or someone's name might be misspelled that, spell check isn't going to catch, or a proofreader wouldn't catch. So I read these things over and over again so much during the month that when it comes out,
see it.
Yeah, when it comes out, I like to see it in all of its glory, and I like to touch it and feel it and smell it and all those beautiful things that we do. And then I just talk about it.
It's such a nice magazine, it really is. And I do prefer the actual physical magazine.
Yeah, thank
you. But
you.
it still is nice online, especially, where it comes in handy, the online version, is when you're telling somebody, did you see the story in Ocala magazine? And they go, no, I didn't. You say, oh gosh, I don't have a copy. Let me go on my computer or my tablet or whatever.
Sure.
And there it is.
And we, of course, we want our reach. It's a local magazine and our content is local with our local tie, but we want it to reach as far as the wind blows, because we write a story in here and it's very locally specific, but it can apply nationally, and there might be some person over in Russia that reads it and it just touches their heart and inspires them in some way. So
that's cool to think about.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to keep it, although it's so wonderful. It's like our baby, but we want to share it with the world.
Do you have any in frames at all? Do you have any framed copies?
No, I don't have any framed copies, but in years past, prior to being employed by Ocala Magazine, when there was Best of the Best and those kind, like 40 Under 40, when I was chosen for those things, I had them.
Oh, okay.
I had those mounted to save and preserve for
on your wall
for the future.
They're on your wall.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
They are. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so I'm pretty proud of them. So, and that's why I went now working for the magazine. In fact, we're working right now on our Best of the Best, because December will be our big reveal for our winners. And so it's so cool to be able to be on the inside of what's going on there.
Know what's going on.
And to see people, because I was that person at one time. I was dying to know. And
that's the problem with your contest, is that you're not in it. Because you are the best of the best. you are doing an outstanding job for the rest of us, so that we have this wonderful magazine.
Thanks.
And yet, we can't vote on you.
No, but now I have bigger fish to fry. So now, rather than being the best individual person, I want to be part of the best magazine team, which of course we are. Best consumer magazine in the state of Florida. So to me, that's a much bigger award than something that I've earned personally, because we did it as a team, and it's a state award and not even just a local award. So it's really fun, though. I've had so many calls and emails, people just wanting to, and it's so funny how they'll do it too. Like, so Best of the Best, when does that come out? It comes out next month. Oh, yeah, I was thinking such and such one, but I'm not really sure. And I'm like, I'm not telling you.
Oh, they're trying to get it out.
Yeah, they're trying to get it out of me. They're trying to get it out of me. And the problem becomes, because Ocala is big, but it's also very small. And so I've networked with so many different people, personally and professionally, that on some level I feel like I know a lot of people. And it's really hard. Like, a lot of the people on the list are people I knew on some level.
Sure.
Maybe a dear friend, or maybe just somebody that I've encountered through professional reasons or something. So I feel like I know so many people on the list, and it's so easy to want to reach out to someone that you feel like and kind of think that they're going to get it out of me. But I am ironclad, and I want everyone to know.
Do you know who we bumped into on the first Friday Art Walk?
Who?
Jessie Miller.
Jessie Miller, yes.
Miller? Yeah,
she did tell me she was going downtown.
Yeah, we saw her.
She said there was a lot of people on that particular evening that she bumped into.
Yeah, but we were at the outer end of the universe. We're way down there, almost by Pine.
Oh, okay.
But it's cool down there, especially for what we do.
Well, I'm glad that they've spread it out.
Ours fits in perfectly with that little outdoor cafe they got there. What's it called? What's it called? What's that little restaurant called right there? There's one for health.
There's Good For You.
Good For You. And then right next door, what's that one called again?
Well, there's a tattoo parlor. There's Courtyard on Broadway is down there.
I know.
Feta?
Feta, thank you.
Okay.
I fed a lot of people.
I was going the other direction.
I fed a lot of people. That's what I was thinking.
Nice.
I'm trying to remember the name.
So that's where you guys are.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
By the way, speaking of Jessie, I want to tell you something.
Okay.
Yesterday at Sotheby's auction, this artist, he made an American flag like 19 inches. He made it in 1983, so it's not ancient.
Okay.
An American flag out of wax. It's cold and caustic.
Okay.
Got like $30 million for it.
I'm sorry.
I know.
What?
I know.
Okay.
And you have somebody like Jessie selling her stuff to raise money, getting it what? $100 maybe if she's lucky?
Yeah. Well, that's what's crazy about art.
How do you make sense out of that? You
don't. You absolutely don't. Now, if you're the person receiving the $30 million for your ball of wax, then it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
If you're the person who's put time and effort into details of something and you get $20, it doesn't make sense.
How does that ever make sense to anybody? I'm going to spend $30 million on this picture of the American flag made out of wax.
I have no clue, and I don't know if there will ever be a resolution to that question.
Even Andy Warhol, he's the big taker this time around. At least he's a name I knew.
Right.
But still, is it that great, a picture of Elizabeth Taylor?
I guess you'll spend your money on what you feel like has the most value.
So what do you do?
So if it's a ball of wax or if it's a... I don't know.
So what do you do to elevate somebody so that they are that prestigious and somehow... It's all fake, isn't it?
No, I think they have to die first or something. You know, so many artists have to pass away and die, and then suddenly they become this. I don't know. I have no answers for that. I wish I did. I mean, you know, the article Jesse wrote a few months back about that very thing, trying to understand the value of art and the way people place value on art, and there's no answers. And it's unfortunate.
We have so many
as an
talented
artist, it's
people
very unfortunate.
right here. I know,
yes.
You're an artist too. So many talented people right here in music and in art and in acting and in all of those things. Mm-hmm. And you know, it is still a small town. So you say, you know, you performed at the theater in Ocala and nobody says, "Ooh, that's cool." But the truth is they're just as good as somebody who performed in the theater on Broadway.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. So, I don't know. I'll spend $8 on a coffee and then some people will complain about spending $10 on, you know, some piece of art. So, I guess it just all depends on what's really important to you. So, but that's a great question. So, Jessie said there were so many people down at the Art Walk that she ran into. So I'm sorry that I missed that one. But
well, it's easy to miss us. It's not that many people walking down that far.
Well, I'll make sure. Are you there every time?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's not raining.
Okay. So I'll make sure next time I'm there that I walk all the way down and I find you guys to make it worth my while. So I want to talk about this issue. Last week we talked about Steve Harvey, and that was one of our editorial stories that we had laid out, which I've gotten a lot of really good feedback because there's so many Steve Harvey fans and so many people that did not realize what happened prior to him becoming this
that was cool
star. So that was a really fun article to write and to research, and I found out so much about someone that I also adore, and so it was nice to share that story. And today I want to talk about a couple of our special sections that are there monthly. And you know, you always try to test things out and see what people like and what people are enjoying. And every month in the back of our book, we have Limelight, which used to be called Paparazzi. And we decided as a team that paparazzi had more of a negative connotation.
For some reason,
Yeah, and that's not what we are. We want to be present. We want people to like
our... So we have something different now?
So it's called Limelight now.
Okay.
Same concept.
Can I ask you to just hold on just a second?
Sure.
I'm sorry. We have weather.
Oh, yes. Let's go to...
And we'll be right back.
Absolutely.
The weather is brought to you by
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Mostly sunny and cool today with a high of 58 to 66 degrees, and clear and chilly tonight, a low of 36 to 50. Sunny and nice tomorrow, warmer with a high of 68 to 72. And then on Sunday, looking partly sunny and quite comfortable with a high of 75 to 78 degrees. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Evan Duffy.
Who would you feed if you had 50 chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A? WOCA and Chick-fil-A in the Paddock Mall have teamed up to reward one organization with 50 chicken sandwiches as a way of saying thanks for the great work that organization is doing in our community. And we need your help. See, there are so many great people doing great things that we need nominations. You can nominate your own organization or any organization you choose. Simply send an email to WOCA@WOCA.com. And in 350 words or less, tell us why the organization you are nominating should receive 50 free chicken sandwiches from WOCA and Chick-fil-A at the Paddock Mall. We'll review your nominations and then select one deserving organization each month. We'll announce the winner and even read the winning entry on the air. Make sure to include the contact name and phone number of the organization that you are nominating. And thanks from your friends at WOCA and Chick-fil-A in the Paddock Mall.
Experience Christmas at Gaylord Palms, November 15th through January 4th with Ice, featuring the Nutcracker. Relive your favorite scenes from the classic ballet, hand-carved in more than 2 million pounds of ice sculptures and slides. Enjoy a special bonus area, the Frostbite Factory, and watch artisans from Harbin, China carve amazing ice sculptures before your eyes. Your awe-inspiring experience concludes with the wonder of the Nativity in Ice. For tickets and packages, visit christmas@gaylordpalms.com.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
A psychopath may love absolutely everything about you. For example, if you say you're shy, they'll laugh at every joke you attempt. If you're an avid hiker obsessed with modern art, they'll probably love that too. There's no conclusive research proving that echinacea is effective against the common cold. Instead, take vitamin D. People who do the most texting at night have the worst sleep.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors, with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
The 59th Annual Ocala Christmas Parade is Saturday, December 13th.
And WOCA will be broadcasting live play-by-play
and color commentary
streetside from Life South Community Blood Center on Silver Springs Boulevard.
This year, the theme is Home for the Holidays.
And we'll be celebrating our home, Ocala.
As on-air personalities you hear every day on The Source,
usher in the holiday season with this award-winning parade.
The parade begins at 5:30 p.m.
So tune in and stop by to say hello to your friends.
From WOCA, The Source. Real estate is the largest and most personal investment that any of us will ever make. Be sure to tune in Tuesdays at 10 a.m. when Bob Kennedy, owner of Berkshire Hathaway Home Team Realty, will be answering your questions and discussing real estate. So remember, that's Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Call 622-9622 with your questions. It pays to be an informed buyer or seller. This is news you can use from Berkshire Hathaway Home Team Realty and your friends here at WOCA.
The biggest holiday office party in Ocala can only be at Golden Ocala. Now, a true office party can only be on a Friday, and this party is no exception. So clear your calendar for December 5th. Party starts at 7 p.m. and ends at 11 p.m. With buffet-style dinner, wine tasting, casino play, and a cupcake war. The price of only $55 each is well worth it. All donations help Kids Central, a system for neglected and abandoned children and families. Remember to bring an unwrapped toy to make holiday dreams come true. Call 629-6229 for tickets. The office party at Golden Ocala. You deserve it.
All right, 18 minutes after 10 o'clock. Beautiful looking Friday. Can you believe Thanksgiving is less than 2 weeks away?
I know. And I think Christmas is 41 days now.
Oh, is that right?
Just wanted to drop that bomb on you too.
Well, the Thanksgiving is late this year.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you know you can go to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, sort of, in Universal Studios?
Really?
Yeah.
How so?
Because they're moving it. Like, after Thanksgiving, they'll move the balloons and stuff down there. And, of course, all the marching bands won't be there. But
oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they're doing something special.
I love watching that parade.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they moved it, so that's...
Except you can't go to Radio City Music Hall after it's over, which is usually the tradition. So.
That's true. Okay, so I want to get back to Limelight, and the reason I want to mention it, it seems to be the fan favorite section of our magazine, and of course it makes sense because
there's where you look for people you know.
You look for people that you know,
yeah.
and, of course, and you look for yourself, and...
Well, most of the times you know, don't you, if you're going to be in there, unless you're one of those... Like you. I mean, you show up at everything, right? Let me see. Are you in there?
No. Well, here's the thing. So Ron Wetherington is our new social editor. He's been with Ocala Magazine once before and has just returned to us.
Okay.
And I think for the last 2 or 3 months now.
Is that the very artsy guy you had in here?
No, Ron has not been in here. His photograph is here in Limelight because he now does a column that goes along with the section. So we wanted to expand on it because it is such a popular section of our magazine. Rather than just throwing some pictures on a page with people's names, Ron is our social editor and now has written a column that pretty much introduces the section and talks a little bit more in depth about the event, and which is a lot of fun because, you can go to some of these charity events and you see the people there and you have a good time and you go home, and then you never really follow up and find out, how much money did they raise, or who won that free diamond ring at the, end of the night or whatever. And so that serves its purpose in kind of following up so that people that went, or even if you didn't go and you're reading, you understand what the event was about and its purpose and its function, and then you get some of the residual information that maybe you missed the night of. So we're very happy to have Ron with us, and he's been doing a great job of going and showing up. He's always dressed in his tuxedo, and everyone loves Ron, and he takes the photographs, and he takes a lot of photographs, and we can't put everybody's photographs in the section. So what we do is...
The way you said it indicates that some people disapprove that they weren't in there. Hey, how come I'm not in there?
There have been calls, why wasn't I in there? Likewise, we've gotten calls, why was I in there? I looked horrible that night.
Oh, no. Well, too bad. What are you going to do?
And this is the reason why paparazzi to us had such a negative connotation, because when you really think about what paparazzi is, it's usually that person that's driving you nuts and following you around, and you don't want your picture taken by this person, or they're trying to catch you off guard, shoving,
do you have this happen to you?
Shoving pie in your face.
This doesn't happen to me.
No, it doesn't happen to me.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes around the office, we try to take incriminating photos of one another.
That's different.
But it's all for fun. But in real life, no. God, thankfully, no.
Well, I know. I think the same thing. What is it like to be Travolta or somebody famous? I mean, it must be crazy.
I don't know. It's so much stress. I mean, the way I leave my house sometimes, I wouldn't want someone following me around. So,
hey, good morning.
Good morning. So we like the fact that Ron comes, people know him, they recognize him, and they like him, and they are happy to pose for these photos. So very seldom do we have anybody that's upset that they were in the magazine, because typically they know ahead of time. And
Barbara's in there a lot. Barbara Feitos.
She's everywhere. We can't help but and there are those few that like our commissioner Kathy Bryant. I mean, she is everywhere. I don't know how she has the time to be everywhere, but
she can be in those photos. I like her in those photos.
Oh well, yeah, she's beautiful. Of course. Always dressed nice and looking stunning.
I don't care what her policies are.
Yeah.
I'll vote for her every time.
Well, hey.
I'm teasing.
When it comes to Limelight, she's separate from her political taste. Just a beautiful lady in our magazine. So Ron's done a really great job, and we have a lot of fun with it. And so we go through every month, and we try to get an eclectic collection of different people and put those in there. And the good news is, if you're at an event and your picture is taken and you flip through the pages and you're not there, we put you on our Facebook page. So in some respects, you are still published. So we don't want to leave anybody out. We want everybody. And here's the thing: to me, it reinforces the fact that these people took time out of their night to go to some charitable event.
That's right.
So it's good. So we want to thank those people, not just for being beautiful and getting dressed up and making our magazine look nice, but the simple fact that they did go and support causes, and so we want them recognized.
And the unfeatured faces are the little children that will benefit from that, or the homeless people that will benefit from that.
Yes, absolutely. And there's so many good causes, and Ron does a really good job of keeping up with all the events that are going on, and shows up and takes those pictures and talks to everybody and gets the names, and we try very hard to make sure everyone's name is spelled correctly. And so, I mean, he has a pretty big responsibility every month, because he is responsible for that section, and because it's such a favorite, people turn to it.
Yeah, it's the first place I go.
Yeah,
I told you off the air, that's my method of reading the magazine.
Yes.
I go there first, and then I read the articles.
And we had that conversation the other day. Jesse Linda and I were talking about how people either are a front to back reader or a back to front reader by nature, and all three of us were front to back readers. Yeah.
You don't go to the back first?
Mm-mm. Which I thought was kind of interesting that all three of us, I figured one out of the bunch would be the back to front reader, but I don't know. Maybe because we put together a product that goes front to back, it's just natural for us to want to start at the cover and follow suit. I don't know, but there are those, you're okay, it's fine, you're normal. There's a lot of you out there.
Some magazines will do like the two covers, so you can start at either end. And at the middle, you turn it upside down or something.
Right, yeah. Oprah, I've seen a magazine where she had like 6 covers inside her magazine.
Really?
All of her, of course.
Yeah.
But when you're Oprah, you can do those things. So we want everybody to pay attention every month to the Limelight and to understand that it's on our Facebook page, usually within 24 hours, sometimes within 12 hours after an event. Ron is really good about uploading so that if you were at the event and you want to see yourself, you can go straight to the Facebook page and see yourself even prior to the book coming out the following month, because people just can't wait. I mean, they want to see themselves, so, and as they should. They put a lot of effort into looking beautiful, and they want to see themselves. So we're certainly happy to have Ron there, and if you pick up an issue or go to our online version and you go to our Limelight section, you'll see Ron's picture. And that way, if you're at an event, you want to see Ron here?
Yeah, because his name sounds so familiar.
Ronald,
have I met him?
It's actually Sir Ronald Weatherington.
He's a knight? So if there's ever a dragon attacking England, he's got a sword?
Yes, he's a dragon slayer by day and does our Limelight.
I don't think I've met him.
So there he is. So
Who's
I want
Barbara Dawson? Look at her. She's like an angel.
I can leave you that magazine, Larry.
Who is that? Have I seen this one? Yeah, I saw this one. How did I miss that? Who is she?
There's a lot of beautiful ladies in there.
Yeah, but she's got big wings.
Oh. She sure does.
I'm a wingman.
Yeah, I see. So if you see Ron out, please, go over to him, introduce yourself, and pose for a picture, because that is exactly what he's there for. And of course, the more enthusiastic you are about having your photo taken, the more we love it, because then we know that you're supporting what we do and looking forward to finding yourself.
And obviously, you're supporting what they do. I mean, if you're at a fundraiser for somebody who's less fortunate.
Right.
I mean, that's what it's all about, isn't
it? Yeah. And as much as we would love for this section to be pages and pages long, we're unable to do that, obviously. So we do. We have to be selective about what we do. And typically what we do are large galas, fundraising events, the things that you sit down and have a dinner at the Hilton and things of that nature. We used to try to be at everything from 5Ks and car shows and ribbon cuttings, and we just found that it became a little overwhelming, for all of our staff and everybody involved. So we've limited it, kind of cut it back a little bit, and to be fair to everybody, we are giving an option for people if they are having a special event that we are unable to cover, they can still submit a description and a few photos.
Oh, nice.
And given the additional space, we can still feature them, because it's all important. I mean, a ribbon cutting is huge. That means there's new business, there's new employees, there's new jobs, and 5Ks are important.
There's 2 or 3 of those a week, too.
I know. Yeah. There's so much going on, and so it's so hard for us with this huge variety of options to have to narrow it every single month. And that doesn't mean that what we chose was any more important than another. It's just we have to, choose what fits best and be as diverse and fair as possible. So we try to do our very, very best, and that's usually the answer I give when someone calls and says, why wasn't I in there, or why wasn't my event in there?
Do you guys have a booth at Light Up Ocala?
No.
No? You're going to be there, though, right?
Oh, sure.
You're going to be paparazziing?
I won't be paparazziing. I'll have my 8-year-old, and we'll be doing bounce houses or whatever it is.
Which, by the way, you wrote something really sweet about Lily on Facebook, and I thought that was awesome.
Thank you.
And you were almost apologetic at the first part of your paragraph.
Well, because here's the thing, okay? As a mother, sometimes you can just kind of dump all of your kid stuff on Facebook constantly, like, oh, look what my kid did, and my kid, and she's the cutest. I think that's
wonderful.
I think it's wonderful too, but let me tell you. I don't want to be that parent that's like, my kid is so perfect, even though she is.
Let me tell you why you should be. Are you ready?
Okay.
I don't know this for a fact, but this is my belief. My belief is that Facebook won't go away. And so that 60 years from now, there'll still be Facebook of some sort. Mm-hmm. And that means that your children's children might be able to say, wow, look what great-grandma wrote about grandma.
Right.
Isn't that cool?
Well, let me tell you what I did. My daughter is obviously too young to have her own social media pages. So what I've done is whenever I post anything about her on Instagram, I hashtag her. And I've created a Facebook page for her that, of course, she has no access to, but that I can tag her and things, so that when she is of age,
then she can see it all.
I'll let her log on to those things, and she'll be able to just click her name, and it will be almost like a time capsule of.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So what age? This is a mom's decision. What age? She's 8 now.
She's 8 now. I don't know. We haven't gotten that far. It's not been a discussion her father and I have had. I'm sure he would say never.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
Ocala's. I'm sorry.
Oh, my gosh.
Sorry.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. It's Black Friday nationwide as holiday shoppers hit the stores. Deep discounts have this New Yorker making the rounds.
It's Victoria's Secret and Foot Locker. They got a lot of kids sneakers I have a daughter.
Folks who just want to save money and others who say they just want to get their shopping over with so they can enjoy the season. They're all out this morning getting the deals.
Fox Radio's Tanya J. Powers in New York. Some stores opened yesterday to give shoppers a head start. 81-year-old Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg back home after heart surgery.
Doctors at MedStar Washington Hospital Center implanted a stent to clear a blocked artery earlier this week. The justice has had a series of health problems, including colorectal cancer in 1999 and pancreatic cancer in 2009.
Fox Radio's Rachel Sutherland. Austin, Texas police say suspected gunman is dead after opening fire on their headquarters and several other buildings, and that he may have had explosives. No one else was hurt. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Honey, I had a premonition about Black Friday.
Let me guess, long lines and tons of people.
Nope, I saw great deals at Staples.
Were you on Staples.com when you had this vision?
I don't recall, but it was clear as day. Blowout prices on laptops and headphones. You got me a tablet.
Did I?
Yeah, we were in, out, and home in time to have breakfast in bed.
You saw all that.
You made omelets.
Omelets.
Have a stress-free Black Friday at Staples. Go to Staples.com for deals and coupons good on the hottest tech gifts all week long. Less stress, more savings. Staples.
I can't wait to give you your gift.
Me too. And I don't want to brag, but it's perfect. Like 4 million pixels perfect.
You got me a Samsung Galaxy Tab S? I thought we had a price limit.
It was on sale.